Hey, mutable signs, welcome on into your energy update. Now, this particular energy update is going to be a little bit different because I am going to be focusing on the past life energy that could be affecting you right now, depending on whatever it is that you are going through. Okay. So, this could be a reading that may not even resonate till years on down the line because that's how it is. If you've never had a past life reading from me, then you probably wouldn't know this is one of my favorite readings to do because I like dipping my toe into the dark side. Just kidding. It just depends on the dark side. But yeah, so I'm just going to shuffle and we're just going to go. If you have cardinal placements in your um chart, then you can check that video. I'll be doing the fixed sign video after this. Okay. So let's take a look. Oh, by the way, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius are mutable energy. So if you have those in your chart, then this reading could be for you. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Some of you may be dealing with unrequited love. Okay, we have biblical and we have ships. What is it called? A tale as old as time. So obviously you've possibly been in a particular situation for a long, long time. Could be years, could be decades. Some of you, this may even be referencing to a connection since we have the unrequited love. But oh yeah, and if you're married, but again, for some reason that's exactly what I heard. A tale as old as time. So I don't know how many lifetimes you and this person have been doing this dance that you've been doing. But that saying makes me think something is getting old, or that may be the way that you are feeling about a situation, that it is getting old. There's this energy where some of you really want to travel, like you want to make travel a part of your life, but I feel like that's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do to the extent that you want to until you're older, 55 plus. Seriously. Okay. Because this when I think of ships, or whenever I look at this card, it just makes me think of relaxation. But also this ship's energy makes me think of going on a journey. And then we tied the biblical energy to it, which is about old. It's like Saturnian energy. So you may be dealing with a Saturnian person, a Capricorn or an Aquarius, or they could be Capricorn rising or Aquarius rising, however you want to say it. Since we're talking about journeys, they may have Capricorn Mercury or Aquarius Mercury, okay? Or they may have, those particular placements on their Saturn, which would probably make them like 89, maybe. I don't know when Saturn was in Capricorn, but I think maybe like 89 or 1990. That could be the time period. All right. But yes, going on a journey, going on an old journey. There's something that you need to return. It could be as simple as something that's just sitting there that you can't use and you need to send it back to the store, put it in the mail like today. Okay. For some reason, with this biblical energy, of course, this goes back to literal biblical times when it pertains to God, the apostles, all that good stuff. But for some reason, this also gives me this energy of research. So, right now, some of you mutable signs, you could be researching something, maybe pulling research on someone who could be at a distance. Some of you are in a long distance relationship, or some of you, it's like maybe you feel that you and this person would get along better if you weren't under the same roof. Maybe feeling that if maybe this relationship was long distance, then we wouldn't have any problems at all. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but maybe some of you, maybe you don't really know how to be in relationships because this is crazy to me. If it's like, well, we can only be in a relationship if we're apart, leave at that point because that doesn't make any sense. It's almost like we if we're too close to one another, then the relationship is going to fall apart. What is that about? Now I get it if things are coming in the way, like if you're in different countries and we talk about visas. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about you guys feel that you don't want to get too close to one another or be in one another's presence too long because then you feel like the relationship is just not going to work out. But on the other end, for some of you mutable signs, this could resonate that you actually may have more success by dealing with somebody who lives maybe close to the ocean, across the seas, or something. There is an age difference. So some of you, it could be, oh, and that makes sense. So maybe if you have like a Saturn in Pisces or you have a Saturn in Virgo, maybe you would do better with maybe somebody who has Saturn in Capricorn or Saturn in Aquarius. So there could be a significant age difference, like 4 or 5 years. So that maybe that could be what actually works out for you. Some of you, it could be 15 years older. Well, let's clarify the ships. The strength card wanted to come out. You could be one of those people as well where maybe traveling also, oh, look at that. Maybe traveling also helps you rebuild your strength. Okay. We have the justice card. So we have Libra. Oh, this feels like somebody from another country, or there's like a significant distance, like 1,100 miles between you and this person, the person that you're possibly looking for. This is a tale as old as time. Maybe you guys have actually been trying to find one another across several different lifetimes, but you always miss one another. So that's why I said some of you, this person could be very, very far away from you at a distance. They could have Libra placements. Okay, but the justice, of course, we know the justice is separation, but the justice is all about fairness. Oh, okay. So some of you are, I was just about to say that. Some of you are going on some sort of journey. Oh, some of you are about to drop out of law school or law school is off of the table. Maybe you wanted to go to law school, but you don't want to do that anymore. So struggling to finish, I would definitely, you're not learning. It's like you're not learning. I don't know. It's like you're hitting a plateau somewhere where you're interested in learning, then all of a sudden you're just like, I don't want to learn anymore. How do you expect to advance if you're not learning in some type of capacity? If you're always getting the material, but then you're putting the material down before you even crack chapter 1, you know? Some of you may be far away from a child who could be, well, of course, who could be an earth sign towards Virgo or Capricorn. And this may be hard for you. This may be a hard separation for you. Okay. Maybe you're the helicopter parent and you don't necessarily know how to let them figure it out on their own. That could also be why they decide to possibly pick a school that's far away from you so that you cannot show up all the damn time. I don't blame them because it's irritating. um, but yeah, I feel like some of you are possibly about to drop out of school, or hopefully a child isn't dropping out of school, but I'm not going to rule it out, especially with this Page of Pentacles coming in reverse. The Judgment card. Okay, second chance. Oh, I think this goes back to what I was talking about. There's somebody that the both of you guys have been chasing one another over several different lifetimes and you never come in contact. I don't know why. This person may be a lawyer. You may be a lawyer. You may be very interested in politics. Maybe some of you, this may actually be a part of your journey when you get older. What I say, 55 plus. That may be on the docket for some of you, or it could be a professor to be a teacher. It could be a franchise owner, however it is. But this feels like it's coming later in life. And some of you, you're like nails on a chalkboard. Well, that's too damn bad. You don't have to listen. The Judgment, again, is all about second chances. To me, oh, it makes me feel like the Gabriel or Joshua, even though, oh, duh. The trumpet of second chances to me. This feels like, being given a do-over. Some of you have been granted that, and you're probably already blowing it, or you're about to blow it. Whatever this second chance is that you're being given. Really could just be a second chance at life. So some of you may have went through maybe like the first 22 or the first 31 years of your life, and it seems like, well, the world would say that you did it backwards. You may have had a kid early, you may have possibly got married and got divorced a couple times, whatever the situation was, but you're getting a second chance. You're getting a do-over in a manner to do the things that you wanted to do back then. You're getting a chance to do it now. But some of you, maybe you're too stuck in your head, like, I'm too old. Oh, come on, be for real. Okay. Um, male, female. Oh, look at that. I was just talking about that baby. Male, female, baby, food and hunger. Okay, this feels like a baby that came. Oh, okay. This could be malnourished. Some of you could have been preemies, or the malnourishment could just be maybe malnourishment of spirit. Some of you may have possibly had to raise yourself a lot. So you may have heavy Saturn aspects in your chart. But this just gives me that. This feels like, someone leaving the baby to kind of like fend for themselves because they know they feel like, oh, they're strong enough, they'll be okay. So maybe some of you mutable signs is just missing that the touch from your mother, or missing the touch from your father, or just missing the touch from someone where they're just like, I got you, I'm here, I'm standing behind you. And that may be something that you haven't had, and that may be what you possibly keep looking for in relationships and why they're failing. Some of you mutable signs, you want to act like a baby and you get treated like a baby. I mean, come on. We have food and hunger again. This also could be maybe like stockpiling food, hoarding maybe. Some of you, maybe you're struggling to get rid of some baby clothes or baby supplies. It may be specifically towards those of you that have a child that has went off to like school or do something, and you're hanging on to the stuff, pillow, teddy bear, whatever it could be, male, female. You like to dominate. This is where you could be at right now. You're trying to dominate. You may be trying to, again, dominate a child's life. You're trying to dominate something tied to a baby. I don't know how that's going to work. Okay. hmm I don't. You're just, if some of you, remember I just said that some of you are getting a do-over because you kind of, the world says you did it backwards. Like you had a baby quite young. But if you are young, I feel like that's kind of like what's going on. There's like this journey that you're going to have to go through. Some of you may end up getting pregnant too early, or it could just be, I hate to say it, that motherly or fatherly instinct has been lost upon you. And it could be, again, if their past life, everybody's different. If your past life is giving, well, I had to fend for myself a lot, that could mean, or that could be why motherly or fatherly, well, motherly instinct is just lost upon you. It's like it comes across like it's not natural, or the way that you go about it, it just screams it's not natural. You don't feel comfortable doing this, do you? Yeah, no. It just feels like somebody wasn't there along the way to teach you, or somebody wasn't there along the way to help you realize that it's okay. You have people here if you need help. And I think that may possibly be a thing right now that some of you guys are struggling with. Like, where are the people whenever I need help? They're not showing up. Yep, that makes sense. Forgiveness, angels, monk or nun, Atlantis. So this gives me very nomad, I hate to say it, gypsy type of energy. But some of you, this energy feels, I feel like whenever you get older, you're going to be so religious, like maybe to the point where, I don't know, who knows, you may become a nun, join a monastery, I don't know, you may do something. But I feel like people are kind of gonna like eye roll. So mutable signs, this energy gives me like you're gonna be a little bit on a shit show rampage, I guess, for a while. Then as you get older, I feel you're gonna isolate yourself more. I don't know if it's because of regrets, because that's gonna be your biggest lesson in this lifetime, is learning how to forgive and release. Okay, angels, monk or nun. Oh, this feels like, oh, that makes sense why I said some of you are going to come super religious, because you were some sort of prophet in one of your past lives, that you were like, you lived to be like 108. That's what I'm picking up. Fasting, possibly going vegan. I don't know what's going on with you. Some of you may be on this journey right now. We have Atlantis, another energy talking about, to me, intuition or just prophesizing things. But some of you mutable signs, that is your gift. And that may be why you may withdraw yourself more, because it's just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. You know? I hate to say it. Some of you have to be careful, watch your money, because at some point in time you may be facing poverty. Like, and I ain't joking. So you have to make sure that you are on top of things like that. See? And is all going to be because of a relationship or a baby that is left behind from a relationship. It becomes too much. Some of you, if you had a baby early with someone who abandoned the baby, very likely, you got to stop beating yourself up about it. It's over and done with. They didn't come back. They may not even come back. That's okay. This is not something that you cannot necessarily handle. Look at that. See? Power. So it's like it's weird. So it feels like that some of you mutable signs, you're going to experience temporary power, but it won't last for long. It could be like a year and then you're going to this direction. But like I said, while you're in this particular sector of power, make sure you're saving your money, investing well, and you don't have to worry about this. But some of you are not going to listen to anything I said because you're going to be blowing money fast. And I would advise against that because, like I said, poverty is right here. You don't want that to hit. Okay. So, mutable signs, this has been your reading, and I will see you later.